Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina. We're going to do one cast again today. It is Friday the 12th of February and a little different conditions today. I think we had a little front come through and it's supposed to be cooling off the rest of the day and this evening. You can see there's a breeze and it's coming out of the northwest, about that direction. And I am below the Narrows. There is Fall Creek right down there. And I stopped here. Why? You should answer. Because there's a chop on the water. Now, there's a chop up and there's a chop down. A minute ago I was fishing down in that deep water down there, and there wasn't a chop. It was pretty glassy. So I came up here and there's a consistent chop in this area for the last 15-20 minutes while I was down there fishing. And that's the reason I stopped right here, is because of the chop. Now I've got, and I just had a bite. I had my line in the water. Fish pulled on my line. I've got a double scud rig on. Instead of putting a split shot on, I've got a number 12. It's kind of a brownish gray scud. It's on a 200R hook. Pretty good size, 6X tippet. And then I've got another about the same color, maybe a little less brown. Again on a 200R hook, but it's smaller. It'd be a 14, but in a 200R hook, it's probably a 16 or something. They've got a little bit different type of numbering on their hooks because they're shaped a little different, I guess. Wind's really starting to pick up since that front came through. Here in the last 10 minutes, it's really picked up. It's blowing my boat around. There's no generation, and there's still a pretty good current through here, through the Narrows. It usually is, but I'm down far enough below it where I could fish both sides. I'm in about 5 foot of water. I could fish this side or I could fish the channel side. I made one cast. That wasn't a cast. Should it count? I just had my line down in the water. I guess I could almost sit here and bait fish. He took the big scud. I made one cast and one small drift and caught a fish, and it looks really, really good here. Conditions are perfect for catching fish. So, but the wind's stronger than the current, so it's pushed me all the way around. So I'm gonna have to, what am I gonna do? Let's fish out this side for a minute, then I'll go fish out the other side, since the camera's pointed that way. I've got it about 6 foot deep. From the indicator to the first fly. Fishing was really tough yesterday, but just the conditions were tough, and the fish just weren't having it. Today's a little different story. I've heard that fishing has been better. I've got my trolling motor on spot lock, so it's gonna stay right there, but my boat's gonna move around quite a bit because of the wind and the current. It was actually cloudy all morning until I pulled up here, and then the clouds all moved out, and pretty much blue skies now. That's why I think part of the front has already gone through with that line of clouds. This boat is okay. Let's fish off this side. The one thing you really got to watch with these double scuds is them getting tangled up with each other, and if they get tangled up with each other, of course you won't catch a fish with them. So you really kind of keep an eye on them when you cast them out. There's one. Blake took some people out night fishing again last night and did really good. He's coming up here and fishing a black and white jig under a float. One of our 32nd ounce jigs with a lighting indicator. And really doing good. Sorry. Okay, he is all lassoed up in the line. Wow. I might have to break off. Another reason why using two scuds sometimes, well, I did break off. Doesn't work very good. Because that second fly comes around and wraps around the fish and then hooks the fish in the fin, which that one did. And he's got that bigger fly down in his inside his mouth pretty good. It's in the rough of his mouth, so he's good. He's fine. I just can't get my fingers in there. And my neighbor's boat's coming up here, and he's gonna probably beach himself. Pretty good. You know the channel through here? You got about 50 more feet and you're going to be on dry ground. Go way over here. Nah, you need to go that way. There you go. Well, I still got my big scud. Might just use that instead of messing with tying the little one back on. He's probably gonna hit bottom. Okay, throw it out this way. Yeah, he's gonna hit. I've got to throw up here, kind of ahead of the boat to get a good drift. The wind's got me sitting sideways. It's a little difficult to see the bite when you have this much chop on the water, because that float is moving around a lot. Okay, let's throw over here. This is fun. I'm afraid those guys on the pontoon are now beached. I might go on up lake and see if I can find a little bit less wind, or I might go down. I don't know, or I might stay here. I'll stay here. Same size, same color, but a little bit longer and bigger. The first fish I caught when I pulled up here was a football. He was really super fat. He wasn't that long, but and the one I just released was pretty fat, and this one looks like they're finding the food just fine. I wasn't sure if they were going to hit this. Boy, he's pretty. This bigger scud, because we've been using smaller scuds. But they're liking it. I know this isn't the best. Maybe I can, if the boat's gonna stay here for a minute, I'll just go back here. Without its split shot, it probably takes a while for that fly to get down. Well, that wind just pushed me right back around. There really is a real good current through here. It's nice. I could go up just a little bit further too. Supposed to be in the 30s tomorrow and then back up in the 40s and 50s first part of the week. Then we have some rain moving in, I think Wednesday, Thursday. But it's not supposed to get cold, so. One more drift and then we're gonna go back. We're gonna go up 100 yards or so. Say we, I'm by myself. Oh, I just missed one. We'll try it one more time since I got that bite. I also need to grease my line a little bit. It's sinking, my fly line. That affects how I can bend. I'm still gonna go up. About the same size as the last one. I'm gonna net him though. This one made it too. Got it? All right, let's go up. Hey, Okay, I'm about 100 yards up further, but I'm still the lower part of the Narrows. I'm still sitting off the channel and I'm in about 4 foot of water. I put back on the second scud mainly because it's a little faster current up here and I need the extra weight to get the fly down. And the wind's about the same, and we got clouds again. The clouds have moved back in, which is awesome. I had a cramp in my foot. Oh! I'll do that. Sorry, I'm gonna have to go out the back here in a second. If I had 2 anchors, I could probably make this work and stay in the same place, but I don't. Let's go back here. Oh, I had a fish. Had a fish, just rod sitting down there, and actually when I pulled on it I got a couple of head shakes. Felt pretty big. Well, that's 3 times where the line is just sitting down here like if I had a night crawler out back here, but it's a scud. hooked a fish. Maybe I ought to try that sometime. Just straight line a scud. Then you got to have the right conditions. It's probably mainly because I've got this really nice current moving through here. Tell you what, just to mix things up, even though I know I could probably sit here and catch a couple more. I've got another fly rod rigged with a zebra midge. I'm really curious about drifting a zebra midge through here and drift it through about 5 foot deep and see if I could catch a fish. Not quite as big, but it's another nice silver rainbow. That's keeper size. He's not quite 12. And he took the little scud. So let's try that. And just for the fun of it, I'm gonna throw this out. And just let it sit out there. I've got a number 14. This is kind of a gray scud with a silver head, 6X tippet. And I am going to move my float my stick is it's about 6 feet. Okay. Yeah, I just noticed that. My fly line's in the water, my trolling motor's going. It's not good. Yeah. Not very smart. I just had a fish on. He just jumped down there. That's still, trolling motors will eat flat lines and eventually pull the rod right into the propeller. I have experience at that. Sorry about not getting one cast loaded last night. We didn't get it loaded till this morning. Had several reasons for that. Am I getting a bite? I think it might be too deep. This boat is swung around to where I'm almost too far off the channel. And I might... A scud works pretty good if it's on the bottom, but a midge does not. Not that they won't take it, it just doesn't do as well. So I'm going to change my depth. Now I'm about 4 feet. Okay, one more attempt, and I'll go back to the scud. I might move the boat a little bit. I'd like to be a little closer to that channel too. Okay. Wait long enough. Another small one. I'm not gonna net him. It's another keeper. I think, about 11.5 inches. Going back to the scud. And I'm gonna move the boat a little bit. Okay. Catch one more fish. I'm gonna call it quits. A little bit closer to the channel. Got a few boats moving around. I kind of lost my current, which is not unusual for it to come and go. Oops. There we go. I still got my chop. Yeah. Oh, you're good. That is a nice stealth craft. They're made in Baldwin, Michigan. I think I had a bite there. The float was just barely moving. Comes somebody else that doesn't know where they're going. Gosh. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was this morning. Yeah. You need to go between that boat and the bank. But I'd go to the bank first. Go left. Oh, he ain't doing it. Come on, get over there. You have such a small margin of error. Oh no, I told him to go between the bank and the boat. Oh well. You have such a small margin of error in this channel, you just can't be off a couple of feet. I'm sorry guy, but you're gonna ding your prop up. Need a one. Colored up. Pretty. They are all small today. I hadn't caught anything over 14 inches. My float was like out of sight when I looked out there. He might have got through. He raised his motor. Yeah, the current's all but stopped. So I'm having to move the float a little bit. All right, one more cast. Unless I get a bite. What'd I tell you? One more. I'm gonna make sure my mic batteries don't go dead. I think I just got a bite and I missed him. Didn't set the hook. It is hard. Sometimes in this top that float is moving around like crazy. Well, I'm gonna call it. Thanks for watching. A lot different day today than yesterday. And that's just how it is in fishing. Some days are really good, some days are really bad, and there's a lot in between. Sound like words of wisdom, I guess. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.